Welcome to another club race at NTK. Apologies for not having more videos out. Be sure to check out the Instagram for updates on races on race days. And yeah, we're starting P6. I'm currently trying to edit a bunch of other videos right now, get them together, but yeah, let's just focus on this race right now. We're, again, starting P6. This is skipping ahead to whenever we actually start, because we did have a false start here. But we are all bunching together now, getting ready for that green flag, and will we see it? Oh, it is right. I did! It's green, green, green! Alright, we are racing here. We are all getting into a battle up here. I'm trying not to get flung off the track and hold my line as well, so I'm stuck on the outside right now. That's okay though. I'm still holding momentum since I'm taking the wider line. I'm able to take this shorter line here, which does poke me up past what was that, P5? And I was in P5 there for a split second, but then I get taken back over because I had less momentum because of that shorter line. It bogged my motor down. Number 78 here does try to go for a pass, but I managed to withhold it, and you'll see a similar thing like that happen later in the race, which kind of kills me inside of, ooh, I wish I could have just done that again on that different section you'll see later there. But anyway, we're coming around turn 1 here, getting to, you know, try and get up with the first main pack, if you will. We're kind of separating from the mid pack a little bit here. As you can see from the bottom right camera, that is displaying my rear end because I am using that 360 camera. And anyone want an affiliate link that directly supports me, you can just check that down, link in description. Anyway, enough plugging. Let's get back to racing. So we are slowly but surely catching up here. I will try and show some data on the screen. I haven't put it in as of, you know, doing this voiceover, but later on in the editing, I will slap that data in there. For each lap, I'll try and figure out what lap it is, and then, you know, put the data for set lap if it's anything interesting. But I do take that a little bit too much curbing there, so I did bog down a little bit more, but that's okay because I carry the momentum through. But then I just take turn 3 a little bit too much, brake on there, and then I yeah, as you can see, mid-pack catches back up to me, or not even mid-pack, just number 78 there, and we're stuck trying to figure out, can we make it around this turn, because he tries to go for that jolt there again, and I managed to hold on to it once more. But at this point in the race, honestly, I think best thing to do would have been, I think I should have just signaled, hey, let's work together, because, you know, it's way early on, not necessary to make a bunch of passes. We just have to get up to that front pack, and then we can, you know, work together from there, and then we can battle later on once we get up to that pack, but we're not there yet. So yeah, again, I should have just signaled that, but it is what it is at this point. This is me voiceover again. Anyway, we are separating from them once more after that big turn 1, and we are going down this straight, trying to make as much time as possible, going kind of defensive lining here, going back outside, cutting back in to hit that apex and let our kart float out. Take a breath for a second, but we're taking this line as smoothly as possible to try and conserve as much momentum as possible, because that's what this 206 class is all about. But as we can see up here in turn 1, P1 and P2 get into a little bit of a battle, and it seems like the inside man actually pushes the outside man off the track, so here's an instant replay for that. And let me slow it down a little bit for you guys so I can just show really what happened and zoomed in on it. So yeah, that's just a taste of the craziness that goes on tonight, but we profit from that. 2 places, putting us in a solid P4. Now we know for a fact we are way close to that podium, and we're tasting it now. But these people up front, now they see, hey, our 2 leaders are gone, so they start battling each other, and that makes it to where they're starting to slow down, getting out of those optimal lines and letting me catch up. As you can see, I had a massive gain on them there, but also did the entire rest of the pack. So there's that trade-off there for me, at least you could say. So we're going on here, we're getting on their back end here, trying to get into that draft a little bit, but not really doing such a good job at that, just mainly just keeping up. So they get offline here. I go wide, trying to keep my momentum through, and it's not really working, so I'm still offline, trying to keep the momentum through, and I decide to take the lunge here and get assisted by the 25 cart behind there, pushing my motor back into its life, and he gets slowed down by number 78 way back there. So now we are in the running. We are in P3, running for that podium for dear life. We are hanging on to it tooth and nail, but we are going to see right here, this will be a reoccurring thing. Lapped traffic. Now this may be foreshadowing, but let's just continue on with the race here. We are up to P3 still. The P2 man has just overtaken P1, or what was P1, and they are now, you know, trying to get away from the pack, as you can see here. They're kind of working together in a way, but also just finding little places where they might be faster than each other to try and, you know, maybe overtake in some spots. But I am trying to take that lunge anywhere I can. I say sorry because that was kind of a stupid thing. I took too much curve there anyway, so it was just a bad line overall. Let's be honest there. And just then, I guess I didn't accelerate. I don't really know what happened there. I cannot lie. I just know I didn't get the run that I thought I was going to get out of there. So we're still playing catch up, but I am much faster in turn 3, it seems like. And I remember saying this in my helmet. I'm faster in turn 3. Take advantage of that. But we'll see how it goes later on in the race here. So we're going through the chicanes. We're trying to get that run on them and just gain a little bit. But I will just let you guys see some of this racing, because I hold on to this 3rd place for about, well, I won't spoil that. And here's the good sign, I am back and showing you some more lapped traffic. Oh yes, oh my goodness gracious, this is the great part. It gets me offline, I get shoved out of the way, I'm like, what in the world just happened? Yeah, that just happened. So I'm trying to gain my momentum back. I really could have controlled it a lot better, and I'm still kicking myself over this, because if I gained momentum through that and took that line correctly, then I would have been golden. It would have been so much better than how it turned out, but it's okay. Now, me saying it's okay is me after being absolutely livid because of all of what happened there. It's like so much went wrong there. Again, that was the second time that guy had been lapped. That was the same guy earlier that had been lapped. So it's like, why are you still on the track is my question. So if he wasn't there, then the people behind me would not have gotten out of control and would not have shoved me out of the way, and I would have gotten a podium that night. Tonight. I guess you could say that night, because it's currently 2:15 in the morning as a voiceover in this. I'm trying to get it out as soon as possible, sorry. Aside from all of that extra shenanigan stuff, we are now holding P6 once more and are trying to fight for our life to try and, you know, get something else out of it. Maybe not finish where we started and not lose any other positions in the process as well. So we're kind of trying to draft here, but I will admit I did get a little extra, you could say, scrappy through this. Took a little more stupid lines than I would have liked, I won't lie, but that's just because I was like, you know, flabbergasted and hornswoggled at the fact that I was just on podium and a guy that was lapped, yeah, you saw what happened. Anyway, we are still P6, but we see a man, number 78, I do believe, take the turn completely wrong, I guess. His cart loses grip and he goes off into the grass. So now we're P5. So now we're not starting where we finished. We actually gained a position. But now we are desperate to try and get some P4 action back in this thing. So we're just fighting for anything. And this is where, I guess, in P5, I'll say, is when I start getting a little extra scrappy and making some, you could say, unnecessary moves. I really should have just been working together, but there were so few laps left. I was looking at my micron and I saw, okay, so we have this many laps on the thing. We had 2 warm-ups. Well, no, basically 3. So if I do the math here, we don't got many laps left. So it's like it was all or nothing from this point onward. So yeah, I was feeding for that P4 or anywhere near that podium, because it would have been my best finish overall. But overall, this entire race is my best race overall as a whole. So a lot happened, a lot is happening, and we are still learning. Sorry about that move. I tried to say sorry. I don't know if you saw that. But that kind of sucked. I'm sorry. Anyway. Yes, whole race, TLDR, it was fun, checkered flag is waved, and at the point of driving, right then and there, I was very angry at what happened, and my dad said something on the way home. It was something along the lines of, it was better to have it and then lost it, rather than to have never gotten it at all. And this was my point in my racing career where I had it and it was lost, but it was better to know that I can get there now and that it is possible and we can learn from this. So, post-video summary, man gets 3rd place and then lap traffic absolutely blows up his mind and his entire race. Exclamation point, thumbs down emoji, big angry man emoji, if that's a thing. And yeah, if you want more stuff involving my racing career, if you want to call it that, I would like to. Just be sure to subscribe. I'll be posting more, and I'm working on editing some more other races for like the full vlog day stuff and how that happened. But yeah. Catch you in the next one.